So going right into this, Aries, I've already, got two cards here for you. I did have to re-record this because I had some lighting issues. But the first card that did come out was the healthy giving card. All right, so Capricorn also got this. Some of you are experiencing overcompensating. Some of you might feel like this is something that you need to do because there's pressures from, the workplace, your friendships, family, relationships, that sort of thing. But some of you are just naturally doing this. And now you're feeling like there's nothing left, for you to pull from. Okay. So some of you might be feeling very, very depleted. You might be feeling like you're not receiving the support back, or you might be feeling like you're only getting back little compared to what you're giving. Okay. So this deck here is the art, or the language of letting go is what it is. I really like this deck because it really takes a look at what is going on, and then it gives you a positive affirmation to say to yourself. Okay. So let's just take a look at this. If this is you so far, you might want to take a moment to just say to yourself that today I will practice healthy giving, understanding that caretaking and compulsive giving do not work. I choose what I want to give, to whom, when, and how much. It takes time to learn how to give in healthy ways. It takes time to learn how to receive. Balance will come. Okay, so there needs to be a perfect balance when it comes to giving and receiving for you guys. Okay, we will take a deeper look here, but this is what is going on the mind level. Now, what you think and what you feel definitely do affect your body in certain ways. So we are going to take a deeper look at the mind as well as the body. So I have another deck here that's very unique and I love it. It's the Mind and Body Makeover. Okay, I call it my Mona Lisa deck. But there is something here that is really unique, and what I like about it is it will give you a sentence or two that kind of describes what you might be thinking or feeling, and then there is another positive affirmation to give you a different perspective on how to think about things. So here, I am getting the sense, and I'm not going to read the sentence or sentences here, but I'm going to just break it down in a nutshell. Ironically enough, this card comes out because this card is speaking about, when friends and family, loved ones are unhappy, you do the best to make them feel more cheerful. Okay. So for some of you, again, this healthy giving, okay, needs to come into place because a lot of you are just doing the most to make sure that the people around you are just happy and have everything that they need. But there is a lack, okay? There is something here that is not giving back to yourself. You're overcompensating in some type of way, and it's either already making you feel some type of resentment, or it possibly could. It could make you feel very, very depleted. Now let's just look here and really understand this, okay? Because yes, our loved ones are going to go through things. They're going to, experience obstacles and pain. But we need to try not to smother them with love or trying to make them happy in some type of way all of the time. All right. You can support them and allow them space to express their feelings and their thoughts and their own experiences. Okay. But you have to give people space, because what tends to happen is we go in as the rescuers. And once we do that, people either get codependent on that being the case, and really looking, to us to continue to do this. And for some of you, it's like you're just naturally doing it, and they're not even necessarily needing you to come in as the rescuer, but you do. And then once you do, you are taking energy from yourself. And I'm hearing from Spirit that a lot of you are just simply not receiving back in that way. All right, so let's just find the healthy balance and be able to know when to give, know when to back away, and really know how to give to yourselves is what I'm hearing, okay? So if you are this person, if this is what you're experiencing, you might be having some resentments. You might be feeling, kind of depressed. You might be feeling very, very lethargic. Those are the feelings, those are the things that could possibly be going on in your body because of the feelings that you're having and because of, the way that your mind is operating. You're giving, giving, giving to others, and you're not really nourishing your soul. So you're going to want to be aware of that, okay, Aries? And this is what's truly going to allow you to break free and to move to the next level. Some of you are doing this in relationships in order to keep relationships going. You're afraid of losing this individual, and so you're feeling like you need to give, even though you're not receiving in a healthy way. You're doing this as to prove something. You're trying to prove your love and giving all of your time, your energy. Some of you are giving in monetarily, ways. Some of you it's materialistic ways. But you really want to be careful of that, because you want people to choose you for who you are, not what you can do for them. Some of you are taking on responsibilities of parents and family members. And I'm hearing, I don't know who this is for, that you're not allowing other family members to step in and assist, because for some reason you might feel like you can do the job better, which could be the case, but you do need the break, Aries. Some of you are doing this for your children specifically, overcompensating. Absolutely. I'm so glad this card came out. Overcompensating for being a single parent or not being able to provide them all of what they want, so you overcompensate in other types of ways, okay? Some of you are doing this with adult children. There are, some adult children that are still coming to you for financial assistance, emotional assistance, and you're given everything you can give, Aries, okay? So you're going to want to be very, very careful of this. You can still give in other ways. You can still give on your time and on your energy level, okay? So it's going to look something like this, like, I really would love to help you with this. I just can't today. Or maybe we can schedule something for later. Right now I am, gonna take a nap. When I wake up, maybe we can resume this conversation. Something like this, okay? Because you guys are just overcompensating here. And I'm really feeling it even deeper here, because you did get the green tarot card. I mean, this is perfect. It says start delegating. Ask others, including me, and me being green tarot. This is the goddess deck here. To help you instead of trying to do everything by yourself, okay? I mean, I'm not making this stuff up here. So again, you guys are taking on the brunt of some heavy weight here, okay? So let's look at what your soul has to say about this, okay? What is going on at the soul level? We've addressed your mind, body. All right. And in your soul, Aries, this is where the intuition that you may have been ignoring, we talk about this gut feeling, or this is where a lot of your answers are, okay? Because sometimes when we're in our head, excuse me, or we're in our heart, we just follow whatever that feels like the thing to do. Logically, emotionally, but sometimes we just need to go with our gut feeling, and we can find a lot of answers deep down in our soul. You really need to embrace yourself, okay? You really, really need to embrace what it is that is going to make you feel whole. All right. Because some of you, just to be honest with you, you're not feeling whole. You don't feel like your needs are important. Some of you aren't even acknowledging yourself. You're putting so many people forward, in front of you in line. So you really need to learn how to embrace this self-love. And I feel like for the collective, a lot of you are doing this in relationships in fear of losing someone, okay? And that is just because there's not a lot of self-love that you have for yourself, okay? And you're trying to find this love from someone else, and in order to do that, you feel like you have to give in order for this person to fulfill you. And Spirit says, no, it's time for that self-love. It's time to fill yourself up in the most amazing way possible, okay? So, and no matter how the situation resonates for you, if you don't have the self-love and the self-respect to know that sometimes you're giving unhealthily or that your needs need to be met, okay? So love and respect starts first with yourself, okay? So I don't know who that is for, but let's take a look at the Earth Warrior. Yep, the Earth Warrior deck shows up every time. This is going to be what promotes our healing here, okay? So you did get Clan of the Wolf Heart, all right? And you also got Medicine of the Butterfly Kachina, okay? These are both very beautiful cards. So let's take a look here and see what we have here. This is what we need to really, really know about us moving forward and our healing process, okay? So oh my goodness, this is so right on time. It says reach out for help from others, okay? It says balance social time with taking care of your own individual needs, including the need for time out in solitude to hear your inner truths and renew yourself, all right? It says anger can be a sign from the soul, a sacred gift that says that asks you to deal with a situation to bring about something different and more empowering. Use your anger as a sacred gift and compassion and clear purpose. Fight wholeheartedly when you need to safeguard what truly matters. Be open to a greater guiding wisdom so that you know when to be merciful and when to cut something off completely. You guys, I'm here shuffling. These cards are really speaking to you. I mean, the first line says reach out to others, for help. And we're start delegating, okay? So some of you are just naturally taking these heavy burdens on of this responsibility. And there are people that can, help assist in this. But I mean, some of you just need to release some control, okay? Some of you I'm just being honest. Some of you just want to have control over what gets done and how it gets done. But this is going to deplete you if it hasn't already, okay? Let's take a look at your very next card here and see what this message is, okay? All right, so it says, an apparently lost cause or shattered dream was a necessary part of your transformation journey. Okay. What was sacrificed can be reborn into something even more beautiful. You are not meant to turn to the past, as it cannot support you in the way it once did. Trust that you have inner resources to handle what is happening within you and in your life. You are moving towards a significant psychological, emotional, and perhaps also physical breakthrough and transformation. You may have an inner sense of discomfort, signaling that something new is unfolding within. It is a natural initiation of transformation. This is a good sign of change stirring from within. Allow nature to take its course, okay? Yeah. Some of you have been feeling like, you definitely need to make a change here. So some of you intuitively know that something needs to change, okay? And can feel the change coming. And it is difficult, and it can be very uncomfortable to change a pattern that you're so used to doing. Because for some of you, you've been doing this for quite some time. All right. I hope I don't sound like I'm whispering. I mean, it's like 3 o'clock in the morning, and I'm really, really feeling like doing some readings right now. And so I am trying to keep my tone down just a little bit here. But let's go ahead and get a message from the Spirit. Spirit guides and angels and loved ones surrounding Aries, please give us a message, the most important message of wisdom that you would have for them during this time. We thank you for your message, Spirit, and love and light. What is the message for Aries? What it is that you would like them to know? What is it that you would like them to know in order to move forward? Okay. All right, here is the message. It says, dearest you, even though life seems now to be moving full steam ahead, it's time to rest. Allow ideas to flow through you and take root in your heart before they reach your mind. Honor this process by becoming empty to allow your inspiration and magic of dreaming. You might feel lazy or unproductive, but we know better. Just as sleep is a way to recharge before renewal, so are you in a time for dreaming. In this powerful process of co-creation, your soul merges with spirit in a profound way so you can receive your music directly from source and play your part in the symphony of life. You are being invited to bear witness to the great creation and tune into what others cannot hear. We have so many dreams to share with you in the scattered and in the invisible. Don't worry, we will wake you when it's time to return with a brand new dream. No need to set an alarm clock. Loving you always. Wow. Okay? Spirit is saying that, you need to rest. You need to really figure out what it is that you want to do, what it is that's important for your, desires to be met. Some of you are going to feel like you're being very lazy or unproductive if you're not the one doing. But you need to recharge is what it's saying, okay? You need renewal because some of you are running on empty here, okay? And some of you are becoming very angry, resentful. There's a lot of mood swings going on here because you're simply just tired, okay? And so delegate some of this stuff. If you have children that are old enough to, do the dishes or take the garbage out, let them do it. If you have other family members that can chip in, if you're taking care of, elderly parents, let them. Ask them, okay? Some of you are saying, I shouldn't have to ask. Well, guess what? You do need to ask during this time, okay? It's not a form of weakness. It's about replenishing and renewing yourself, okay? You're burning the candle at both ends, and this is what is hindering you from moving forward. For some of you, this is relationships. If you have to give and not receive, this shouldn't be a person that you would want to spend the rest of your life with, because you're going to do this for the rest of your life. You're going to always have to prove how much you care or get them to see you by giving. And this person couldn't possibly see what you have to offer as a person versus what you have to offer them. So I hope that you guys got something out of this. This was very profound. I mean, each and every card spoke to this healthy giving. All right. So this is a very, very direct message.